It's safe to say that Alice in Borderland is one of the most popular Japanese shows as of right now. The dystopian survival show quickly captured the attention of millions and drew immense popularity to its cast. It's considered to be one of the best manga adaptations ever, and the viewership of the first season was so high that Netflix announced a renewal of the series just 2 weeks after the first season premiered. It received a lot of positive reviews from critics and ordinary viewers as well. In terms of popularity, Alice in Borderland can easily compete with the Korean show Squid Game, which became a global success in 2021. Because the first season was so popular, people were eager for the show to have a second season, which was released on December 22nd of 2022. But even now the second season is finally out, people just can't get enough. If the first season of the drama was incredible, then the second one went beyond everyone's expectations. Because season 1 was more focused on the actual games and challenges, it was a pleasant surprise to see that season 2 goes really deep into the existence of each character. Kento Yamazaki himself shared that the show digs into the theme of what we are doing on this earth and why we are living the lives we do. The second season also presents questions about what life is about and what it means to actually live. Season 2 isn't just philosophical. The games and the characters have to play, and the challenge they have to complete got more dangerous and difficult. What's different about the second season is that the characters are now playing with different cards, the face cards, which are freaking hard to pass. Mainly the King of Spades, who hunted the survivors with his weapons throughout the whole season. Not only are the games tougher and riskier, but the city itself became a part of the game as well. To say it shortly, season 2 was absolutely jam-packed with tension and kept us at the edge of our seats the whole time. There's a reason why Alice in Borderland is nicknamed to be one of the most twisted shows currently on Netflix. The last episode of season 2 is the reason why this is true yet again. The season ends with the fall of the Queen of Hearts. All remaining survivors are given a choice. They can either stay in Borderland permanently, or they could leave and experience whatever was going on the other side. In the end, only 2 people, the winner of the Jack of Hearts, decided to stay in Borderland. The rest declined. All of them are transported back to Tokyo and find out that only a few minutes have actually passed. And so that's how the series really ended. But everyone has been looking for answers about what truly happened at the end of season 2 because there was a major plot twist, and that was the card of Joker on the table. With the last episode of the season, there is a scene where Arisu and Usagi meet at a vending machine and experience a weird sense of deja vu. The two walk off together as the camera pans across the screen and finally focuses on a deck of cards. The cards are blown away, and the one last thing we see is a Joker card. The Joker card could mean a lot of things. First, the presence of the Joker card could mean that the players haven't actually made it out like they thought they did, but instead entered a third phase of the game. This could be dangerous, as it's never been before due to the players being unaware of the games and having no memory of them either. The Joker card generally represents the wild card, and when it comes to the games, it possibly means that they could get more unpredictable. In many card games, the Joker card can take on the characteristics of other cards, which means that they could serve as any of the dangerous challenges that they've already been through, or it could mean completely brand new terror and chaos for them to deal with. If the show's next season focuses on the meaning of the Joker card, it could get extremely difficult and sinister very quickly. Or could the Joker card mean that the outside world is fake and that the Borderland is actually the reality? One user on Twitter pointed out that the controller and mastermind behind the game world could be revealed in season 3. They also added that all of the characters being in the hospital could also be an illusion. So will there be a season 3 of Alice in Borderland, or is it just wishful thinking? Well, all things are pointing out to both options. Either the third season could focus on the Joker card and its influence on the games, or season 2 is the last season and it's officially the end. Let's say that there will be a third season, and let's talk about what it could be like. Unfortunately, it might be a little early to announce another season. Netflix renewed season 2 weeks after it released, and the first season was also released in December. Because of this, the fans are hopeful that season 3 could be announced sometime in January 2023. Now, when it comes to the potential release date for season 3, it gets a little tricky here. The production of season 2 was delayed due to the pandemic, which is why there was a 2-year break between seasons 1 and 2. Because of that, it's hard to determine just how long we could be waiting for the potential season 3. There is a wild guess based on the release date in the past. Filming for season 1 started in August 2019 and it ended in December of the same year. Season 1 was released a year later in December 2020. Season 2, on the other hand, wrapped up its filming in March 2022, and the release happened much faster, after only 9 months. All things considered, if season 3 gets confirmed, we'll probably have to wait until 2024 for the season to be released. Season 3 plot-wise can really go in so many directions. As we mentioned before, it could focus on the meaning behind the Joker card and how it's tied to the Borderland, or it could explain one of the ending scenes where some of the characters reunite at the hospital, and although they don't know each other, they can sense some sort of familiarity between each other. If you remember, a meteor exploded over Tokyo on the day the characters entered the Borderlands, so Season 3 could focus on what's been real the whole time and what's just been an illusion. It's possible that Arisu and the rest decided not to become the residents of the game and they were forced into another game and all of their memories and thoughts were altered. There's also a possibility that the series could go in a completely different direction in the following seasons. As we all know, Alice in Borderland is based on the manga of the same name. The series tells the same story as the manga, with Season 1 covering the first half of the manga and Season 2 covering the other half. The manga ends the same way as the show, but there are two spin-offs to the original manga that have been released. The first one is called Alice in Border Road, and the story follows a schoolgirl from Tokyo who feels burdened and bored with her ordinary life. One day, she wakes up in a desolate and dystopian version of Kyoto with the Queen of Clubs card in her hand. The only thing that she can do to survive is to team up with a group of people who each have their own card. Together, they try to fight their way back to Tokyo. It isn't so simple though, and on their journey back to Tokyo, they have to face a lot of dangerous incidents. Even though this manga shares some elements with Alice in Borderland, it isn't clear if it exists in the same universe. The second spin-off is a more direct one, and it's called Alice in Borderland Retry. It's been released in 2 complete volumes. It follows the same character as the original manga, Arisu, who is a school counselor that works hard at his daily job. One day, he wakes up in Shibuya, which is surrounded by monsters and non-humans. Before anything can happen, Arisu meets 5 strangers, both men and women, but he also encounters the corpse of a mysterious man. As memories of the past start coming back to him, the start of the mysterious game is announced. Through a series of games, Arisu tries to escape the Borderland because now he has a pregnant wife to return to. Out of these 2 spin-offs, this one seems to be the best one to be made into Season 3 because it has a lot of direct links to the original series. Apart from these 2 spin-offs, there are also 6 individual stories that are included in the main series volumes from 2013 to 2015. The names are 4 of Hearts, 4 of Clubs, 6 of Diamonds, 7 of Spades, King of Spades, and King of Diamonds. These stories are linked to the games played in Alice in Borderland. Last but not least, if Season 3 is really going to happen, it will probably have the same cast as Season 1 and Season 2. Truth be told, it's hard to imagine Alice in Borderland without Kento Yamazaki or Tatsuya. It's expected that Season 3 will see everyone who declined their residency in the Borderlands, such as Ayo Asahina as Kuina, Ayaka Miyoshi as An, or Dori Sakurada as Niragi. No matter which direction the continuation of the series goes, it's bound to be just as phenomenal and thrilling as Seasons 1 and 2. That's it for today. What are your predictions for Season 3 of Alice in Borderland? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Bye!